Okay, so morning routine today, I was just getting updated with highlighting my spending. Another day of just tracking my spending. And yesterday, oh my gosh, I spent over $500 when I went to the store, but on many different things. So here's what that looks like. So I had really nothing happening in my checking account except I did have so I have my car insurance renewal happening at the end of August on the 23rd. And what I do is I pay every 6 months. This is for me and Christopher's vehicle. And what I do is I set a little bit each side every month. And then when I have that bill come due every 6 months, I just move over money as a transfer into my checking account from that savings account. Now, if you go back to my budget, you can see that one of my sinking funds over here in the pink is car insurance, $135. Now, I did a video not too long ago on my Instagram. My insurance went up by $200 this last time, and I'm like, what the heck? So I was looking at my bill, and essentially they're just charging me. Basically, insurance just went up. No specific reason, just insurance went up, and they're charging me the cost that it went up. So I wasn't obviously ready for that $200 increase. This is why I have my checking account cushion. So my renewal is if you look at my calendar, my car insurance renewal right here on my calendar happens on the 23rd for $1,088. Well, I wasn't ready for that increase. And so what I was saving, and I had enough to cover $810. So what is going to happen is I know it's not happening till the 23rd, but I just want to make sure the money is in there. So I made a transfer from my car insurance sinking fund. It's a savings inflow into my life. It's a deposit into my account. It's going to increase my balance. I moved the entire balance over of $810. Now you might be saying, Miko, well, the amount is $1,088. So where are you going to get the rest? It comes from my checking account cushion. Remember, I always talk about keeping about $1,000 in my checking account cushion at all times. This is part of that equation of how I manage my finances in order to give me financial stability. And one of the ways we get financial stability in our lives is by having financial options. One of my options is my checking account cushion. This is a perfect example of why I have it. I'm not sitting here worrying about the $200. I'm not sitting here thinking, oh my gosh, how am I going to come up with this? My budget's already done. Nothing. Like, oh, okay, awesome. It's covered. It's done. I don't have to worry. I don't have to stress about it. I cannot tell you what a game changer doing all the little things that I do with my money to give me financial stability. I mean, it's my miscellaneous envelope in my wallet, right? This miscellaneous envelope, even though it's $50, people say, well, Miko, it's only $50. Well, yeah, but this is what takes care of those unexpected expenses that pop up in between paydays that aren't necessarily emergencies. Surprise birthday party that my son brings up to me last minute. He needs something last minute for school. I have a friend in town that maybe wants to grab dinner that last minute. These allow me to say yes to the things that I value and no to the things that I don't. So stability. So move that over. So I'm just going to I have about $1,200 as my checking account cushion. So having that $200, eat that, totally fine. Now, let's go over, oh my gosh, okay, my cash spending. You can't really tell, but there is a whiteout all over this because I don't know what it was. I was having a hard time tracking this morning. Maybe my mind's not all here yet. So I ended up spending over $500. Here's how this works. See this really big, long, ginormous receipt? So a couple of different things happened. You can see here's me in the back of it, kind of calculating what this. So out of this long receipt, so we spent $534 total. $250 of that was food. $126 was for baby expenses, and then I spent $150 for James. Now James, we're doing his pool party, birthday party on Saturday. I picked up some gift cards, some Google Play and Roblox gift cards. We're doing a little scavenger hunt. So $50 of those gift cards was for James, but the rest were prizes for this little scavenger hunt that we're doing. So that came out of James's birthday fund. In fact, I used the last $150 for that. So here's what happened. So you can see it's one receipt, long receipt. So what I did was I ended up going through and picking out, okay, I categorized it. Baby, when I paid for it, I just took it out of my food. Like it just came out of my food spending, cash. Well, usually our baby expenses come from a joint account with me and my husband. So what happened was he ended up giving me the $126 in cash to replenish my food envelope for what we had here. So technically, the only thing out of this whole envelope that really came out of my food spending was the $258. Now, the $150 I had in a separate sinking funds envelope for James. Now, here's what it looks like. Oh, also, here's another thing. I don't know if I have it here with me. Thought I did. Oh, yep, here it is. Okay, then what happened was we had our son's first year checkup. And during that checkup, she said, let's get off the formula. Let's start the whole milk. And now if you have children, you know this process. Let's start weaning them off the bottle. So we're like, oh, well, problem is me and my husband don't drink milk. We drink almond milk. So we wanted to give him a whole organic whole milk. So I went to Yolks, I picked them up, and then she's like, you need to start feeding him a little more things that are known allergens, cheese products, peanut butter. I never feed him that stuff. So then I had to go in and got some little cheese snacks. I got some cottage cheese to give him, and then it turned into, Chris wanted a Sprite and, all these things. So here we are. Then I went and spent $45.80 at Yolks. Okay. So on my cash expense tracker, I have the Fred Meyer $258, the Yolks for $56. And then I had Fred Meyer, I spent $150 for James's birthday. But I had the cash from James's birthday sinking fund that is an inflow into my life. Okay. This is what it looks like when you use savings that you saved for in cash in a previous tracking period that you're now using in a current tracking period. So you do the expense. So the expense was the $150 I spent at Fred Meyer. Okay, that for James's birthday. Birthdays fall under my holiday category. Then I took the cash, James's birthday sinking fund. It's a savings inflow into my life for $150. So, because then these cancel each other out. Basically, I'm showing myself, or whatever, the world, the land, the Miko land, that I got this $150, the income or the inflow or the money that I am using to cover this $150 that I spent at Fred Meyer for James's birthday, coming from that James's birthday sinking fund. I'm just sharing and showing, if I spend the money, where'd the money come from? Well, it came from my sinking fund. These two cancel each other out, but I'm still able to log the expense. So now with that all being done, I can scan these huge long things, receipts, into Fetch Rewards and earn my points for that. If you want to get signed up for Fetch Rewards, it's just an app that allows me to scan my receipts. I earn points and I turn those points into gift cards. In fact, it's how I replenish my Starbucks gift card. But that is my financial morning routine.